Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive to tackle all of this is Professional Capital Management CEO and ProCap Financial Chairman and CEO Anthony Pompliano. Pomp, let's just tackle the price moves right now in Bitcoin, Ethereum. Everything appears to be selling off. Isn't Bitcoin, and at least some of the crypto world, supposed to be that, well, when the world is really shaky and janky, that's an SAT word, I'm sure, go into a decentralized currency, but that is not happening. Why not?
Well, you know what I always do is when my friends reach out to me because they see the prices going down, I say, oh, my God, we have not seen these prices since last week. Everyone relax. No, listen, obviously, Bitcoin peaked at $126,000, which was the most recent all-time high. It drew down to $80,000, about almost 40% drawdown. And now it's sitting somewhere around $90,000, and it's been oscillating between 85 and 95K back and forth. I think there's three reasons, really, why Bitcoin is doing what it's been doing. The first is, frankly, that Bitcoin has been changing hands from the hardcore Bitcoin believers into what my friend Jordy Visser would call the Bitcoin IPO moment. Now Wall Street is really kind of taking the ball and they're running with it. And the Wall Street investors, they're now interested because Bitcoin doesn't have as much volatility to it. It used to be an 80 vol asset. Now it's more like a 40 vol asset. So as volatility comes down, you should expect that some of the holders change and they go and they look for something that's more asymmetric. The second thing is I think people are drastically underestimating the risk of deflation in the U.S. economy. AI is a way bigger theme. It is a way bigger trend than people realize, and it is highly deflationary. Also, I think I came on last year and I said that tariffs were going to be deflationary as well. If you look at trueflation is showing the real-time alternative metric of inflation at less than 1.5%. So I know the government's saying 2.7%. They're wrong. Inflation is under 2% right now, and it's a massive issue. And so we should be cutting interest rates, and we should actually be worried about that deflation. And the third thing is people may not like it, but all of the quote-unquote chaos that we experienced over the last 2 or 3 years, we saw Bitcoin's price rise significantly. Now, it does feel like we have leadership on the global stage where the United States is saying we are going to be the world's police. We're going to go and we're going to try to stop wars. We're going to go and we're going to take dictators and we're going to bring them to justice. We are going to do the things to shore up the strength of the Western Hemisphere. And we understand who our adversaries are, and we're not going to take their nonsense anymore.
Isn't it fair, though, to say that anybody who decides to go into crypto and to buy Bitcoin needs to really just be ready, because it is moving all over the place, depending on some headlines and then for no reason. So no tears here. You got to take ownership of the fact that this is going to move around a lot. That said, let's talk a little bit about some of the names of the stocks that are related, particularly Strategy, which used to be MicroStrategy, run by Michael Saylor. He just bought a huge chunk of Bitcoin. If he waited till today, he could have got it cheaper. But he and his company don't seem to be fearful at all. Every opportunity, he appears to be buying Bitcoin, and yet it is not helping the stock, which is down, I think, 65% over the past year. 56%, I inverted the numbers, 56% over the past year. And people are wondering, is the bill coming due? He's got to pay some preferred shareholders some money soon.
Well, I think there's two things. There's a saying in the Bitcoin community, if it's not going to zero, it's going to 1 million at some point. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to go to 1 million.
At some day.
The second thing is, Strategy is a levered bet on Bitcoin. And so when Bitcoin is going up, Strategy tends to outperform. Well, if you have leverage, then if Bitcoin is going down, then it probably will draw down further. And so what I think you're seeing here is actually it's working. Right. This is a levered bet on Bitcoin. And if anyone thinks that they are failing, I think they own something like they've bought $50-something billion worth of Bitcoin. I would love for you to put headlines up of Anthony Pompliano is failing because he only bought $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. And so I think it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day kind of machinations. But ultimately, I think that they're going to do just fine.
The regulation situation, the Senate Banking Committee at the 11th hour said, well, we're not going to deal with the Clarity Act right now. Coinbase weighed in, said they don't like it. There's still the opportunity for this legislation to be rejiggered. And would that be the next opportunity as a catalyst?
What's funny is the regulation is actually more helpful to Wall Street than it is to the crypto industry. The crypto industry has gone from nothing to trillions and trillions of dollars of value. And there's been a ton of companies that have been built by challengers. But the big incumbents are waiting on the sidelines to participate in certain instances because they want that regulatory clarity. And so in a weird way, the challengers actually get more and more of a head start as long as there is not that clarity. Now, I do believe we're going to get the clarity. I do believe that we will see the incumbents and the challengers both service the end users. And I think that people just have to realize traditional finance and crypto are coming together. It's all going to be called finance. You're going to laugh about it in 10 or 15 years that you ever talked about crypto because it's just finance.
Yeah. And on a day that Bitcoin's falling, gold is spiking, and just keeping everybody's portfolios together, you launched CFO Sylvia. Really quickly, what does it do and how's it going?
Yeah, CFO Sylvia basically uses the latest AI models to help you better manage your finances. The product is completely free. You come in, you attach your bank account, your brokerage, your crypto accounts, your credit cards, and then you begin using those AI models to ask it questions. What's my cash balance? Run a Monte Carlo simulation, predict where I'll be in 10 years. Or you can even do very deep research and just say, hey, go deep research this stock. And it'll go and not only research the stock and provide a bunch of different analysis, it'll also start to customize the answers. So it's like using a ChatGPT or a Claude, but instead it is customized to your personal financial situation. And we think that that context and the proprietary AI agents that we've built, there are a lot of people who are using it. The people tend to be very wealthy, multimillionaires or the average user. And so we think that this is the future of how people are going to get information. It's personalized to them using the latest AI models.
And free. You could be that multi-millionaire more so if you charged $1 or so. Good to see you, Pomp. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.